Hello and welcome to this project video, where we're going to follow along as I make this freeform crochet goose. Keep in mind that this video is not a tutorial, but I will be providing some freeform crochet tips here and there, so be sure to watch all the way through. I will be using a 4.5mm or size 7 crochet hook. I know this looks like a lot of yarn, but I only end up using a couple of these skeins in the final piece. Mainly, I gathered these all up for inspiration and to have options in the moment. In order to start any freeform crochet piece, I like to start by figuring out a central motif that will help me determine proportions for the rest of the piece. In this case, I started with the white cheek of the goose's head. I usually recommend heads or eyes as the best starting place, but that also totally depends on what you're making. From that central motif, I work my way outwards. For this goose, that means putting in a slight shadow beneath the white cheek, and then adding black around the right side to create the beak and the rest of the face. Okay, so my camera died, and so I managed to get about this far, but I'm thinking that this is going to be like way too big because it's supposed to be a whole goose, and this is already like 9 inches, which is going to be, it's going to be freaking huge. So I think I'm going to start over and try to do this again. Okay, so as you can see, I've redone this the goose head. I'm actually quite happy with the second one. It actually looks a lot more like goose-like to me, and especially in comparison to this one, which is like, I feel like they're the same length, but their heights are so different. I don't know. I'm just glad I restarted, because this feels a lot better to me. So it's been about an hour. I've added to the body and the tummy, and I'm just starting to bring up the wing. But I'm hungry, so I'm gonna go eat something, and I'll be right back. Now that we have the face at the right size, I'm continuing down the neck to the body and then to the wing. The order of operations is pretty up in the air at this stage. It really depends on whatever you're making and what it looks like. It's pretty intuitive for me now, so the biggest advice I can give to you is don't be afraid to frog stitches that don't look right, and don't be afraid to snip your yarn and tie off a section that you like. You can also totally jump around. It's up to vibes, man. And yay, the wing is done. And here is when I move on to the goose's butt. Now, you may be wondering, why a goose? And I don't really have an answer for you other than where I live is right between where the geese live in summer and where they go in winter. So for most of the year, especially when I started this piece around October, November, there's a ton of geese flying through and hanging out on lawns and stuff. And I think geese are really neat too. They represent always finding your way home, at least for me. And we're on to the background. I really wanted this goose to break the borders of the background. So I used the grid of my mat to determine where I wanted the green square to start. And that's where I put my first stitch. Then we double crochet over to where the wing goes up, and I used a join as you go technique to work my way up the front of the wing. And it's done. I'm really excited about it, and I think next I'm gonna do chains from here to I think about here, so that it will sit somewhere in the middle and hopefully hold up this part of the wing. So we're gonna do that. And there we have it. Fly Home Goose in freeform crochet is complete. I hope you enjoyed this little foray into my process, and if you did, please leave a like on this video and maybe even subscribe to my channel if you want. Thank you for watching. Bye!